Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum to all my students. I hope you all are good and doing well at your home. So, students, if you remember, we have started our chapter number 11, Fundamental Concepts of Geometry. And you know, this is from the chapter from the section Geometry. Okay, so this was a chapter that we have started on our previous class, and we are going to continue this chapter in this class as well. So, overall, this is your lecture number 20, and I am your math teacher, Miss Palakna. Okay, so before starting the lecture, let's recall the previous topic or the topic that we have learned so far. So far, we have learned the definitions of point, collinear points, and non-collinear points in our previous lecture, as well as we have learned the concept of betweenness. Okay, we have learned this concept as well. Now, so what we are going to learn today, number one, what is today's lecture content? Number one, we are going to learn the concept of beyond, and then we are going to also discuss the definitions of line segment, line, ray, plane, and coplanar lines. Okay, so this is our today's topic. So let's start from topic number one, that is concept of beyond. Okay, what does beyond means? Beyond means further side or further along, means किसी चीज का दूर होना, परे होना, outside of your you can say boundary. So that will means beyond. Okay, so today I'm going to give you the concept of beyond. So before going to the definition, let's consider this figure. What is this? This is a line. Okay, and as you can see that on this line there are 3 points P, Q, and R, and these points are basically collinear points. Why they are collinear points? Because they are lying on one line. Okay, so this is the collinear points. Okay, so if P, Q, R, okay, if you have points P, Q, and R are three collinear points, as you can see, they are collinear points because they are lie on one line, such that Q lies between P and R, then we say that such that this is your point Q and it is lie in between P and R. And the concept of betweenness you have learned in your previous lecture. So according to the concept of betweenness, you can easily say that this is your point Q that is lie in between P and R. So you can also say that R is beyond Q on line PQ. Okay, let's take the point R. This is your point R. Okay, and it is beyond Q. Beyond means further aside. Okay, so it is beyond Q on line PQ. This is your line PQ. And as you can see that on this line, this point R is beyond. Okay, it is on another side. So what you will say that it is Ibrahim Ahmed, I think you are facing this problem. Okay, so R is beyond Q on line PQ, as well as you can also say that about P as well. Okay, you can also say that say this about P as well, that this point P is beyond Q. Okay, this is beyond Q on line QR. This is your line QR. Okay, and it is beyond Q. Okay, so what is the concept of beyond? If you have three collinear points, okay, so what you will say that this point is beyond QR, and as well as this R is beyond PQ. And what about Q? Q is beyond? No, Q is between P and R. Okay, so this is a concept of beyond. Now with the help of all this concept or the concept that you have learned in the previous lecture, let's try to solve the exercise number 11.2, question number 5. Okay, this is your question number 5 from exercise number 11.2, and as you know that we have already started exercise number 11.2 in our previous lecture. Okay, so please give me 1 minute. Let's check it out, your answers. Okay, now start from here. Now what you have to do, state whether each of the following statement is true or false with respect to the figure given below. Okay, here what you have to tell me, with respect to this figure, you have to tell us whether these are true or false. Okay, now let's move on to the number one. Here you have points A, B, D, and E. This is your point A, this is your point B, this is your point D, and this is your point E. So whether they are collinear or non-collinear, and obviously these points are non-collinear. So this statement is false. So you will write here false. Okay, you will write here this is false. Okay, yes, I am reading your comments as well. Okay, so this is false. Now move on to the number two. C is between A and B. This is your C. Okay, this is your C. Okay, and it is in between A and B. So whether it is true or false, obviously it is false. Obviously, this is very right that it is false because C does not in between A and B. Now, this is false. Now, number three. Now, listen to me very carefully about number three. This is your point D. Okay. So, D is beyond C. D is beyond C on BC. Okay. D is beyond C on BC. Here you have BC, okay, and it is saying that it is beyond BC. So it is true or false? Now, okay, I'm going to explain you here. Just suppose for the concept of beyond, you must have collinear points. So if you can see that this is BC and this is D. So B, C and D are non-collinear points. So that's why it is false. Okay, you will say it is false. Okay, now move on to this one. A is not on BC. This is your line segment BC. Okay, this is your line BC. This is your line BC, and it is saying that it is not, A is not on this line. So please tell me it is true or false. Is it true or false? Abdullah Irfan? False, bete. This is false because A is on BC. So this is false. Very good, all of you. So this is false. Okay, now look at here. Now listen, consider this one, number five, measurement AB. Okay, what do you have? Measurement AB. This is your measurement AB is less than to measurement AC. Okay, this is your measurement AC. Please tell me it is right or wrong. This is your measurement AB and this is your measurement AC. It is true or false? Is it true or false? Obviously, AB is less than AC. So you will say it is true. This is true because this is AB, this is AB, and AB is obviously less than AC. So you will say it is true. Now move on to this one. B is between AE. This is your point A, and this is your point E. So B is in between A and E, whether it is true or false. So as you can see that B is in between A and C. That's why you can say that it is true. This is true. Why it is true? Because B is in between. Obviously, C is also in between A and E. But if you will consider 3 points, A, B, and E, let's forget about this C. So you can say that B is in between A and E. Now next is E is beyond. Okay, let's talk about this point E. Okay, this point is beyond B. Okay, this is beyond B on A, B. This point is beyond B on AB. So if you can see A, B, and E are collinear points, so what can you say that this is true? Okay, you can say this is true. Okay, you can say that this is true. Okay, yes, this is true. Now move on to the next one. D does not lie between C and E. This is your D, and this D does not lie between C and E. Okay, for the concept of betweenness, you must have collinear points. Okay, for the concept of betweenness, you must have collinear points. So it is what? True. Okay, this is true. Okay, now next one. Now move on to this one. Measurement AB. Okay, now I'm going to erase the slide first. Now measurement AB. Okay, this is your measurement AB plus measurement BC. This is your measurement BC. Okay, measurement AB plus, okay, if you are going to add them together, so it will be equals to measurement AC. So please tell me it is true or false. Please tell me, is it true or false? Please tell me it is true or false. We were here. Obviously, this is true. So the answer is here true. Okay, now measurement BC. Now let's check it out. The next one, measurement BC. This is your measurement BC plus measurement CD. Okay, this is your measurement CD. Okay, so it is equals to BD. Sure. Please tell me, is it right? It is false. Why it is false? Because B, C, and D are non-collinear points. B, C, and D are non-collinear points. That's why it is false. Okay. Now move on to the next topic. Line segment. The definition of line segment. Now, what you have to listen to, you have to listen to me very carefully. Now, before going to the definition of line segment, let's consider this figure. What this figure indicates you, this figure has basically 2 points, point A and point B. Okay, point A and point B. So it will start from this point, okay, and it will end towards this point. So what is line segment? If you have points A and B, if A and B are any 2 points, okay, if you have point A and B, and then the line AB consists of the points AB, and all the points between AB is a line segment. So it, what does it mean? That all the points that lie between this is a line segment. Means if you have 2 points, means you will start from this point and end towards this point, so it will be a line segment. All these points that lie between this one, it is called a line segment, and you can measure this line segment. Just suppose this is of measurement 5 centimeter, means your point is starting from here and it will end here, so it will be of measurement 5 centimeter, just suppose. Okay, so how will you denote it? You will denote it with the help of this small line. This will be the symbol of line segment. Okay, this is the symbol of line segment. Just suppose you have another line segment C and D, and you have this symbol, so you will say that this is the line segment. It will start from C point and end at CD. So this is point C and this will be point D. Okay, so this is called line segment, and this is the symbol of the line segment, and it is must. So if you are going to represent the line segment, so you will represent it with the help of this symbol. Okay, now next is A and B are called endpoints. Okay, you will call them A and B. They are the endpoints starting from here and end towards here. So these are endpoints. So how many endpoints line segment have? Line segment have 2 endpoints. Please keep it in your mind that line segment have 2 endpoints. Okay, so A and B are the endpoints of the line segment A and B. Okay, so this is a line segment, and you can measure the line segment because it has 2 points, 2 endpoints starting from one point, and then it will end towards another point. That's why it is a line segment. This is not the line. Okay, now move on to the next definition, that is the line. Okay, line segment is another thing and line is another thing. So what is line? Let's consider this figure. What you have in this figure, as you can see in this figure, you have arrowheads. And if you can see in the figure of line segment, what you have small points here. So this is a main difference between line segment and line. So why you are placing the arrowheads here? What does it mean? Let's consider these 2 points A and B. Okay, if you will talk about these 2 points A and B, So what does it mean from this to this? If we will draw a line from this to this, so what does it mean? This will be a line segment, okay? But we are talking about here line. So when it will become a line, just suppose if a line segment AB is extended only, if a line segment AB is extended indefinitely in both directions, we get a line AB. Now look at here. This is your line segment, and as you can see that this is extended indefinitely in this direction, as well as it is extended indefinitely in this direction. This arrowhead, okay, this arrowhead indicates that they are extended indefinitely in both direction. They are extending indefinitely in both directions, and you never know where it will end. Okay, this arrowhead indicates that this is a continuous line and it will never end. It will never end. So what you will say that it is a line AB. What it will be called? It will be called AB. If you have a line segment, so it will end. It will end. It will start from one point and end towards another point. But if you talk about line, so it will never end. Okay, it will be always extended indefinitely in both direction, towards right and towards left. Okay, so in symbolic form it is denoted as AB. Okay, it is denoted as AB, arrow on both sides. This arrow indicates that it is extended indefinitely in both directions, as well as you can write it in this form that BA means it is extended indefinitely in both direction. Okay, so this is a symbol of line. The arrowheads indicate, this arrowheads, I'm talking about this arrowheads, indicate that the line AB extends to infinity in both the direction. What does this arrowhead indicates? It indicates that it will extend indefinitely in both directions and it will never end. Okay, and hence it will never end. That's why it has no endpoints, means you will never know from where it will start and from where it will end. So that's why it has no endpoints, and hence it cannot be measured, means you cannot measure it. If we talk about the line segment can be measurable, means you can measure the line segment. But if you will talk about the line, you cannot measure it because you never know from where it will start and from where it will end. Okay, that's why you cannot measure the line, but you can measure the line segment. Okay, now move on to the next one, ray. Next definition is ray. Now let's consider this figure. Okay, what is this figure? This figure has 2 points. Okay, it has 2 points starting from here and this point. Okay, now, if you will consider only this 2 point, the point from this to this, so obviously it is a line segment because line segment has two endpoints. But as you can see here, that this line segment is extended indefinitely only in one direction. It is extended only in one direction. So what it will be? It will become a ray. How? If a line segment extended indefinitely only in one direction, it is called a ray, means it will extend only in one direction. This arrowhead indicates that it is extending only in the direction of right side. Okay, so that's why it will be called a ray. It is denoted as AB. Okay, now look at here. How will you place the arrowhead? If you will place the arrowhead like this, B A, you will write it in this form, and then the arrowhead. So what does it mean? The line is starting from A and extended towards, line is starting from B and extended towards the A. So as you can see, that line is extending towards the B. So you will place the arrowhead on B because it is extending towards the right side on the B point. So that's why you will place it in this form, and this is a symbol of the ray. So ray has only one end point. It has only one end point, and point A is the end point on the line on the ray AB. Okay, so which endpoint it has? It has this endpoint. Okay, why B is not endpoint? Because it is extending indefinitely in this direction. That's why B is not the endpoint. Your endpoint A is here. Okay, now just like the line, it is also immeasurable, means you cannot measure the ray. Why you cannot measure it? Because you will never know where it will end. You will never know where it will end. Okay, so this is the definition of ray. So I'm going to compare it here. Just suppose if this is a line A and B. So what it will be? It will be a line segment. If you have this type of figure and you have points A and B, so you will say it is a line because it is extended indefinitely in both direction. But if you have a figure just like this, it has point A and here your point B will lie, so you will say it is a ray. So this is the difference between line segment, ray, line segment, line and ray. Okay, now move on to the next definition, the types of ray. Types of ray. How many types of ray? Collinear rays and non-collinear rays. Number one, well, I'm going to tell you that rays will extend only in one direction. This is also a ray, and this is also a ray. Both of them are ray by because they are extended indefinitely. It is extending towards right side. It is extending towards left side. Okay. Now, let's consider the definition of collinear rays. What are collinear rays? Rays that lie on one line are called collinear rays. Just suppose, let's take it figure here. Here you have points B, O, and A. Now look at here. In this figure, O, A. Okay, starting from O. Okay, this is the end point. So starting from O towards A and starting from O towards B. So they are the lie on the same line, therefore are called collinear rays. How they are collinear rays? This is your ray 1, that is OB, and this is your ray 2, that is OA. Okay, they are merging towards O, but this is your ray that is starting from here and then it will extend it in this direction, and again it is starting from here and extending in this direction. So here you have two rays, OA and OB, and they are lie on one line. As you can see here that they are lie on one line, so that's why they are collinear rays. Okay, so the rays that lie on one line, they are called collinear rays. Now move on to the next definition, that is non-collinear rays. So what is non-collinear rays? Obviously the opposite of collinear rays. Rays which do not lie on one line are called non-collinear rays. Like here you have ray 1, okay, and there's your ray number 2. Okay, if you will point it down, you will label it. How will you label it? This is your ray 1, that is O A, and this is your ray number 2, that is OP. And as you can see that these two rays are not lying on one line. So what you will say that in this figure OA and OB, this is your ray OA and this is your ray OB, are rays lying on two different lines and hence are non-collinear rays. Why non-collinear rays? Because they do not lie on one line. Okay, so the rays that do not lie on one line are called non-collinear rays. Now, the next definition is of plane. What is plane? It is not the plane that flies in the sky. I'm not talking about that plane in which you will travel. Okay, in terms of definition, plane means a flat surface like the top of the table. Okay, it is a flat surface. Just suppose this is your top of the table. So this flat surface is called a plane. Okay, at least three non-collinear points determine a plane. Okay, for example, triangle is a plane. Now I'm going to explain this point with the help of this figure. Let's suppose this is a triangle and this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. As you can see here that point A, B and C do not lie on one line. That's why these are three non-collinear points. So this type of figure will be considered as a plane figure. You can say it is a plane. That's it, that triangle is a plane figure. Or you can say, you can see here, this is a rectangle. This is your point A, point B, point C, point D. Okay, so how many non-collinear points are there? 4 non-collinear points. So this will be a plane surface. So at least you must have 3 non-collinear points that will determine a plane. Okay, so what is a plane? Plane means a flat surface like the top of the table. Okay, now move on to the next definition or the last definition, that is coplanar lines. Coplanar. Coplanar means what? If you can see here, the term plane. So what is a plane? Plane is a flat surface. Coplanar means same plane. Okay. So coplanar lines means the lines that lie in the same plane. Okay. Like here, as you can see, I'm going to draw a plane figure here. Okay. Now, if you have lines that lie on this plane. Okay. Sorry. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to draw it again. Just suppose this is your plane figure and this is your line number 1. Okay, why it is line? Because it has arrow on both sides. This is a line, not the line segment. Okay, if you have multiple rays that lie on one plane or that lie on same plane, so you will say that these lines are coplanar lines. Coplanar lines means the lines that lie in the same plane. Okay, is that clear? Now, this is the end of the lecture. Now I am going to share your assignment with all of you, and then I want to discuss one more thing with you. Okay, now look at here. This is your assignment that you are going to do today. Okay, this is your exercise number 11.2. First of all, you will start from exercise number 11.2, question number 5 from bit number 1 till 10, and then you will do the definitions. Okay, first of all, write down the index. Then this is exercise number 11.2, and this is basically example. Please do not attempt it in your copy. I am again requesting you all, please do not attempt it in your copy. You have to attempt question number 5 from book. Okay, please open your book. There will be a question number 5 on exercise number 11.2. You have to attempt that question in your copy. Please do not attempt this one. Okay, otherwise you will get no marks. Okay, after this you have a figure just like here on exercise number 11.2. So draw the figure on interleaf page and solve it just like here. Okay, 1 till 5. No, please look into your index. Here you have to copy down from 1 till 10 from the book, all bits. You have to do all bits of question number 5. Okay, you have to do all bits of question number 5. Now, then after that, you will start from a new page. It is must. Okay, it is must. You will start from a new page, the definitions. Okay, how will you write down the definition? First, you will write down the definition of line segment. Okay, then you will copy down this definition in your copy from assignment, and then draw this figure in front of this definition with the help of pencil, and then also label it. Okay, when you are drawing the figure on interleaf page, please also mention the name of your figure at the bottom of that figure. Okay, do not forget to copy down this name, okay, in on interleaf page. Similarly, you will move towards the next definition, that is line, and please, these symbols are must. The symbol that are going to draw here, please do not forget to draw this symbol as well. Okay, then draw this figure in front of the definition of line. Same for ray, collinear rays, non-collinear rays, plane and coplanar lines. Okay, is that clear? What is not on blank page? You have to draw the figure on blank page along with the name of the figure. This is the name of the figure, so you have to copy down this name on interleaf page, but please with pencil. Draw all the figures with pencil on interleaf page. Okay, now that's the end. Now I am going to again move back to the slides. So we were discussing this one. Now I'm going to start the question answer session. But before starting this, I want to tell you one thing, that we are providing you, or we are giving you the grades on your class participation. So your participation in the class is must. If you will not participate, you will not get any grade. Okay. How will you provide grades on where your participation is must? During the question answer session. Okay. We are talking about, or we are giving you grades on your class participation, not on your correct or wrong answer. Okay, so please do not get shy when you are typing the wrong answer. Okay, we are not going to give you marks on your correct answer or wrong answer. We are going to give you marks on your class participation. Means if I'm going to ask any question from any student, if I called a name of any student, so he or she must reply. Okay, if the name, if the student will not reply, the he or she will not get any grade. Okay, other students will also participate as well, but I am talking about those students whose name I am going to call. Okay, that student must reply. Okay, now, so all of you are ready? All of you are ready for this one? So now let's start. Number one, a line segment has dash and points, and this is my question from Hamza Anjum. Hamza Anjum, please write it down, the answer of this one, while others can also reply. Hamza Anjum, what will be the answer? Okay, 1 minute. Okay, Hamza, your answer is absolutely right. I am giving you the grade to you because a line segment has two endpoints. That this is completely right. Now move on to the next one. A line segment has two endpoints. Now next question. A line has dash endpoint. Now this is question from Pariza Asif. Pariza, a line has dash endpoint. A line has dash and point. Fariza, please reply. Very good, Fariza. Very good, Fariza. A line has no end point. So what will be the answer of this? A line has no end points. Okay, now move on to the next one. PQ indicates a dash PQ. What does tell you? What it will be tell you? PQ. This PQ. And this is my question from 1 minute. Zen Fahim. Zen Fahim, please tell me the answer. Very good, Zen. It will indicate a ray. That is good. So the correct answer for this is PQ indicates a ray. Why it is a ray? Because it has one endpoint and it is extending only in one direction. Okay, move on to the next one. Coplanar lines lie in the same plane. And this is my question from 1 minute. Iman Adnan. Okay, Iman Adnan, please reply. Iman Adnan. Coplanar lines means a lie dash lie on same dash. Iman Adnan. Please reply. Very good, Iman. That's very good. Thank you, Bete. Your answer is very right. Completely, absolutely right. Sorry. So, coplanar lines lie in the same what? On the same, in the same plane. Okay, the next question is three non-collinear points determine a dash. This is the question from Ibrahim Ahmed. Okay, Ibrahim, please reply. 1 minute. Tell me three non-collinear points determine a dash. Where is Ibrahim Ahmed? Beta, please tell me. Time is running out. Where is Ibrahim? Okay. Jen Fahim, no. Iman Adnan, your answer is right. Varda, your answer is right. Miram, your answer is right. Three non-collinear points determine a dash. But where is Ibrahim Ahmed? Ibrahim, I am repeating again, I am not asking you the correct answer. If you are going to give the wrong answer, it's okay, but your class participation is must. Okay, so please tell me. Plane. So Hema, Samin, your answer is right. So 3 non-collinear points. Okay, so Ibrahim is not replying. So the correct answer is 3 non-collinear points determine a plane. Okay, I know my writing is not good on this one. Okay, so the next question is a ray has dash and points. This is the question for 1 minute. Shahir Junaid. Okay, Shahir, please tell me the answer. A ray has dash and point. Shahir. Okay, then you are right. Miram, you are right. Alina, wrong. Samin, you are right. Okay, what about Shahid? Shahid, where is your answer? Shahid, Junaid, Umar, Salman, Varda, you are wrong. Where is Shahid? Okay, Shahid, so your answer is right. A ray has what? One and point. Now the last is dash. XY indicates a dash XY. Ibrahim, please write it down in the chat box. Now this is the question for Hamna Tariq. Okay, Hamna, please reply. Hamna Tariq. Okay, Zain, you are right. Hamna Tariq. No, Shahir, wrong. Iman Adnan, wrong. Ibrahim, wrong. No. Warda, wrong. Sameen Rafi, you are right. Okay, so Hema, you are right. But where is Hamna Tariq? Hania, you are right. Alina Salman, you are right. Hadika Salim, wrong. Where is Hamna Tariq? No. Okay, On, I will check your answer again. Okay, please write down the answer again, Unshik. Why screen is green? Ibrahim. Okay, this XY indicates a line segment, beta. Ray has one end point. This is a ray that has one end point and arrow on one side. It has no arrow on both sides. That's why it is a line segment. Line segment. This is a line segment. Okay. Now, this is the end of the lecture, class. If you want to ask anything, please write it down in the chat box. Till then, I'm going to take the screenshot of the participant list. Okay, please do not go anywhere. Now, please tell me if you want to ask anything, if you have any question. Okay, so student, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, no question. Yes, figure blank page pay. Yes, you have to draw the figure on